Alright, now that we've seen how the bazaar works, one other thing I wanted to show you guys is mini mall. So the mini mall, there's a big one in just south of the Coronet Starport, and then there's one just south of the Mos Eisley Starport, or the city of Mos Eisley, and the city of Coronet. So this is Mos Eisley, and I'm just going to show you guys where it is. So we're going to fly over there and check it out. It gives you another shopping opportunity when you have some decent cash. Oh, I probably should show you. Let me go back over there. I forgot an important part of the bazaar that I didn't tell you about. So let's go back real quick. Since at the mini mall is where you're going to find Control H. The mini mall is where you're going to find vendors, player character vendors that are selling stuff that the player characters craft, and those will typically be in mini malls, or they'll be in their own little individual shops or whatever. To find vendored items, because on the bazaar, the most expensive item that they can sell is $20,000 or 20,000 credits. So let me find something that's weapons. Try that. So see right here, this is the max you can get is 20,000 credits. Nothing can be sold more than that on the bazaar. To find more expensive items, you need to click this tab at the top, and not just more expensive, but better quality items. Click the vendor location on the top, and then you can go down to weapons, and you have to click the planet, not because there's never any right in the city. So here now are all the weapons that people are selling, how far it is from your current location or whatever, and then the cost. So, and then you can see there's 1 to 100 items. There's going to be multiple amounts of items on there. So, and all the costs associated with those. So, two-handed weapons. See, that's 200,000. See right there, 80,000, 50,000, 4,000. So it's like, oh, let me check out the Scythe Blade. You check out the Scythe Blade. It has the attack speed and the min-max damage that you want. Blah, blah, blah. Then you can go and find out where that person is. And it tells you it's at the Imperial Outpost. And you can create a waypoint to that. So let's see if we can find one to South Eisley and the mini mall. Let's see where this one is. 9,000. Probably this one right here. 1,300 meters away. Create a waypoint. Close that. I always click the wrong thing when I want to. So here's waypoint to vendor. Oh, and remember, if you show, where is that in the settings? Thought I had that click, but it probably was on my other computer. Controls maybe. I never can find it when I'm looking for it. Miscellaneous. On-screen waypoint. So now over here, that's the mission that we have, and then that's the waypoint vendor. Waypoint to the vendor where we want to buy that Scythe Blade. So we just can go out and we can go find them. This one's in the opposite direction, but anyway, I give you an idea. on how to find one, if that's what you're looking for, and how to find a vendor for an item. Whoops, can't go that way. So it shows that he's 900 and something meters, now 800 meters. So I'll just zoom over there, and you can see, well, I don't know if you can really tell, but you really get a feel for how much quicker this swoop speeder bike is compared to the land speeder that we were driving. It might be hard to tell. Also, if you click M, you can see when you're traveling, these yellow dots are, you know, bad guys or whatever you want to call them, mobs. Blue dots are player characters. And then you can fly through mobs if they're yellow without there being any problem. But if you're coming up on red dots, you definitely want to go around them or they'll attack you. They'll attack your bike and destroy it, and they'll knock you off your bike, and you'll then have to stop and fight them. And if they're heavier level characters than you, you know, then you could have some problems. So let me stop right here. You can see right here on our mini map is where the vendor is, and if we go, keep following that over there, you can see it's right in this tent. If we get off our bike, turn off our mini map, go in, and there you go. You have a vendor for melee weapons, a vendor for range weapons, and you could go on there, use the vendor, same as using the bazaar, and find a weapon that you wanted, and these are all the weapons that that person has right now. So see, there's only 13 of them. That's all. Refresh. Yeah. So those are all the weapons that that person is selling on this vendor. Vibro knuckler and some power hammers. Power hammer is what we'll eventually be buying for our character as a swordsman once he gets up to novice swordsman. But we don't need one right now. So that's how that works, finding the vendor on the bazaar. Now we'll take off and go to the mini mall. And that, if you click V, this is the world map. And it shows you, that's where our mission was. Mos Eisley's here, so we went to the north. South Isley, so the mini mall is basically south. So it's kind of like right here. So we're going to fly back that way. Back to the direction of the mini mall. And you can see on here, like if you wanted to go to any of these cities, you could right click on it, click a waypoint, and it'll show you it's 4,000 meters that way. Destroy the waypoint. You can also fly to most of these cities. If you click on Shuttleport, it'll show you all the places where you that have shuttleports that you can fly from. And then if you click on Starport, those are the ones that you can actually fly to different planets from. So Mos Eisley, Bestine, and Mos Espa on this current map right here are the ones where we can fly off planet to another planet. And we are back at Mos Eisley. We're going to just fly around it to the other side. So here's the starport. You would come out, normally you would come out here, and you basically just want to go out that direction. See, here's the bazaar terminal where we were. So you just want to go out that direction. And then if you come out, once you get on the other side, I'll show you. So basically you come out here, along this side right here, anywhere up to that bunker, and you see there's this mountain, little mountain right in front of you. And I usually just fly right over, straight over the mountain, and it's right on the other side. So just fly up that mountain. Watching for any mobs that might want to kill us. And we got stuck by a rock. And you can see we're starting to get close. There's some buildings. And then, boom, you've entered South Isley. And you can see on the map all of these different... all of the different... there's so many vendors in the mall that you can't even see them all. So this big guild hall is the South Isley Mall. And when we zoom in on that, you can see a little bit. So if you wanted to create a waypoint, if you're not good with directions or whatever, you want to create a waypoint when you're someplace where you want to remember where it is, all you have to do is click /waypoint, hit enter, and it'll make a waypoint right where you are. Then you can go into your data pad and you can right click on it and you can change the name to Moss Isley Mall or something like that. South Isley Mall. Whatever. Something like that. And then now you always have it. You can get off your bike and let's go check it out. I'm going to get rid of the HUD so you guys can get a better look. We'll stop right here. Let it zone in. And you can tell all of this stuff in here is everything that they've had to go around and find. Couches from vendors, weapons, pictures from quests, different kinds of raids, all kinds of different things, skulls. They did a lot of work making this mall. And you can see it's pretty crazy. All kinds of stuff they put in there. C-3PO, R2-D2, what's up guys? And then they use Sandman as their vendors. And there's multiple people that run the mall usually. Let me put the HUD back on. And if you just hover over each one of these vendors, you can see this one is vendor. It's by Sircraft, that's the guy, and he sells swoops and loot. This one is Junland Tuscan Treasures, Harry's Hoard, you know, different things like that. If we go to this side, we have furnishings. Down here, there's buildings, harvesters, grind kits, all kinds of resources. On the back wall is the weapons and armor, and then in the middle is typically your pet and med buffs and items that you need for those guys, for doctors, medics, creature handlers, whatever. And if we just go over here, these are all of your different armor. And like I said, here is, like this guy's selling armor mini suits. You can use the vendor. If you click all, it's easier. And you can see right here, like U-Light series composite armor. It's a 4-piece mini set with a right bracer. And it has 16 sockets. We'll do another video on sockets and what that means later. But, well, that's not really the one you want. The reason this says like 100 million or whatever it is, 1 billion, is because that's just a placeholder, so he can put that in there and then keep all of his armor sets underneath. So you can see they're about 25,000 for a 4-piece set with 80% kinetic, 61 electric, and 53 for the other attributes or whatever. So yeah, you click on it, it's gonna look like a mini backpack because they had to put everything in the backpack to sell it as a set. So if you try to buy that, it's going to say, oh, you're attempting to buy a container. It could be empty, blah, 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 blah. But if you really don't have to worry about that. Anybody in the mini mall, they're reputable people, and you shouldn't have any problem with that. So, so you just get that. It'll be in a backpack, and then you just open your backpack, and you can click the items out of there, put them in your thing. I think I have a back... Yeah, see, mine came in this backpack right here. So you just double click it and the stuff was in there. So it'll typically look like, let me go back in there. Let's see. Open this in a new window. And then I'll just put this stuff over there so you get an idea. So typically it'll look something like that. Right, so you see this stuff. and then you just want to drag it. Like you'll have your 4 pieces of armor, and you can just drag it into your regular backpack or your regular inventory, and then you can equip it. Since we have a backpack, we might as well put it on because that gives us more storage. Oh, I opened it. That doesn't really help us. We want to equip it. So that's how mini malls work. Again, I'll give you guys a better look. Take off the HUD there. You can see some nice crate skulls up there, Rebel banner, starship parts, all kinds of tables, posters from all over. Definitely did a lot of work into this one. The one in South Island, that's where we are now. The one in South Coronet, right outside the Coronet starport in the city of Coronet, just south of that, is another mini mall. A lot of these same vendors are in there. So depending on what planet you are, you don't have to travel to Mos Eisley to do it. And that one is completely different. Everyone's using different kinds of NPC vendors there. So they use Twi'leks, Wookiees, Bothans, all kinds of different stuff. Here, these guys decided to go with all Sandmen, because that's the most popular NPC race on Tatooine, right? From all the Star Wars movies. So there you go with those guys, and that is all I have for that. If you guys have any questions about that, please put it in a comment in the comment section below the video. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe for future videos coming up. Like I said, I'm going to do one on sockets and what does that mean, armor attachments and clothing attachments. What do those mean for you? How do you apply them? Those kind of things. I'm going to talk about in the next video about some bioengineered clothing that you can get really cheap and you can wear underneath your armor set. So with this mini armor set, you can see right here that we are able to wear a set of pants, a shirt, and some gloves that gives us more sockets that we can use. So we can use some clothing sockets and some armor attachments because we have both things available. So I'll show you that in another video. So like I said, if you're new, please subscribe and you'll see that. And then if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike it, give it a thumbs down because that helps us understand what we're doing. And if you have any comments or any issues or anything you don't like or you do like or you want to see or any kind of video you'd like us to do, just leave it in the comment section below. I read all the comments. I try to respond to every single one of them, good and bad, so don't worry about that. The trolls can be trolls. I don't even care. It's just I'm creating these videos for the people that want to use them, so if it's helpful, let us know. And until next time, this is Everstorm, and I'll see you guys then.